What's up, traders? Today I am going to take you through my process. Every day, what I do to the screen before the market begins, before even start trading. What do I do? My process is simple. Now, I'll be using Nasdaq today because I took a trade off Nasdaq and I want to show you how I arrived at that trade. I was looking at gold and oil, but they did not give me my best trade setup. So I usually come to the screen at around 9 a.m. New York New York time. So that's 30 minutes prior to the opening of the markets, of the US markets. And I plot my high of the day before the 12 candle window, before our US window opens. I plot my high and my low of the day. Now, after that, I look at now what happened after, in the first hour of the New York session. That is what I look for. And in this case, as you can see, this is the 15 minutes time frame. I usually start with the 15 minutes time frame to know exactly what the bigger picture is before I scale down and look for my setup. For now, I know this was just a consolidation. Asia and London did not move in Nasdaq. It was just a range back and forth. But then after 8 p.m., as you can see, there was that big bullish candle that broke the high of the day. To me, now that my head automatically starts thinking pump and dump, because this is a big candle, this is a big range. So I scale down to the 1 minute time frame to see what's happening. Now, these two lines represent my first hour, and this was the big burst. Now, as Stacy Buck always says, where the pin starts, that is where you draw your line. So that was the low of the session, and this was the high of the session. Already you can see this is a pump and dump. And then the second hour prior to New York open, what happens? The market comes back again and breaks above the high of the session, the high of the day. Now, once we are at the high of the day, I am looking for my setup. My setup is very simple. My setup is like this, assuming this is the high of the day. Before it even forms, this is what I'm looking for. Now, this is pump, pump, pump to the high of the day. Then, now this is the high of the day. I'm expecting an M pattern like that, and then break of structure. Then when we retest, I am looking for an engulfment of, after the retest, I am looking for an engulfment. That is my entry for my move down. I hope you've understood. Now, see what happens. We create our high and our low, and then we go back to the high and create that M pattern. We create our M pattern, and then we break structure. Now, I am usually very keen, very keen at this times. As you can see, we've broken structure here. This bearish candle broke structure, and then this was the retest. This bullish candle was the retest, and then the engulfment 3 minutes before the market opens. This is a clear sign for me to enter. Now I've noticed most of my trades are usually 5 minutes before to, that is when now I am looking to enter 5 minutes before the market opens, now to 15 minutes or even third hour trades. But now this is my entry. This is where I enter. My stop 25 pips. My target 50 pips. And I was done and dusted in 3 minutes. I enter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. I was in and out. So guys, that is my process. Simple. Now, I usually I follow 3 pairs: gold, oil, and Nasdaq. Now, when you look at gold, today gold did not give me any setup, because this pin, for me to look for any entry, I must be up high, and let us see if it gave us any setup above that pin. In our candle, in our time, this is where our time expires. So as you can see, there was no setup for me. Oil, the same. It was choppy, but it gave a pump, but it did not test the high of the day. This is the first hour, pump. Then it did not give me any best setup. But if you look at Nasdaq, it was pump, and then dump. There are people who caught the whole 100 pips. But for me, 50 pips is enough. So hopefully guys, you understood my process, and I hope each and every one of you watching me, you have your own process. You know what you are looking for in the market. So hopefully you got value from today's video. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. See you in the next video.